I really, really appreciate you guys. Okay, so this competition has been going on since January. The finalists entered their round one videos in January, and they were selected to come today to pitch in the final round, and they didn't do it alone. So thank you to all of the coaches that helped them. They all went through iCore, which is customer discovery. For those who have never been through iCore, they spent a ton of time doing customer discovery, so please ask them about all of the interviews that they conducted. Thank you to Michelle for getting them pitch ready. We were here late last night and early this morning, so they are ready and polished for you guys today. All right, and special announcement, Christian is here with Pegasus Ventures. You want to wait, do a little wave? Thanks, Christian. Ignite West Virginia has been selected as a qualifier for the Startup World Cup semifinals. So my advisory council, which is sitting here, will be selecting one of the finalist teams to go on and represent us in California in October. So we are very excited about that. You can see the trophy. We've got the sign, and Christian's going to talk a little bit more about Startup World Cup a little later. Okay, and also to the advisory council, thank you guys for all of your advice. I really appreciate you. I know you are all busy people, and from the bottom of my heart, I do appreciate the time and energy that goes into this, so thank you, and I'm excited to see who you select for the Startup World Cup today. Okay, so let's get it going. So first up, we have Battle Buddy Bears. So Laura, go ahead and come on up.
Does this mic work? When do we start? Please take a moment and close your eyes. Imagine you are at the doctor's office with your child for a regular checkup. The doctor says your child has cancer. Every day, 42 families hear their child has cancer. We, unfortunately, were one of those children. Open your eyes. This is my son, Brock. Brock's battle. I'm a professional photographer, and through my lens, this was my way of coping through the storm. 252 days he spent in the hospital, and I've seen firsthand of his struggles with isolation. And by the grace of God, he is cancer-free today. 1 in 285 children will be diagnosed with cancer before their 20th birthday. Many children experience anxiety, fear, confusion, and isolation during their treatment. These little ones face the following problems: isolation, loneliness, limited resources, emotional challenges. Our solution is Battle Buddy Bear, mirroring the children's experiences. No children should fight alone. There will be a series of storybooks that will walk children side by side through the different stages of treatment to help overcome their fear and anxiety during their treatments. There will also be 3D videos. Rafi, the Battle Buddy Bear, We'll walk them through the stages of their treatment through 3D videos. There will also be an app that will be to direct parents to personalize Rafi to their child's needs. For example, you can make a series such as a story link to calming sounds and then the affirmations. Nancy, imagine that you're 5 years old and you were told that you have cancer. Here's what, and then your parents gave you Rafi the bear. This is how Rafi will greet you.
Hi, Nancy. I'm Rafi, your battle buddy bear. I'm so excited to meet you. Guess what? Just like you, I'm on a very special journey. I have the yucky cells too. But you know what? We're in this together, and together, we're going to be super brave and strong. I want to tell you something very important. You are incredibly brave, and you have so much courage inside you. Even on days when you might feel a little scared or alone, remember, I'm right here with you. We are a team, and there is nothing we can't face together. High five for being so brave.
The bear will also have a heart touch sensor and a set of emotional hearts. Each heart will be programmed with a different emotion. The app will provide data to the parent on how their child felt that day. Here's an example of a sad emotion.
It's okay to feel sad sometimes. Your feelings are important, and you can share them with me anytime. You are not alone in this. Together, we're unstoppable. Sometimes when we're sad, our faces get droopy, and we might cry a little bit. It's okay to feel sad when things aren't the way you want them to be. Take a deep breath with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. You deserve to feel happy. How about you tell me a silly story and we can draw it together?
I owned a preschool and understand the importance of positive reinforcement, redirection, and distraction. Phase 4 of the bear will integrate AI into the bear's programming to be able to communicate what the child will be feeling. Yesterday, we are excited that we are going to be partnering with WVU Children's Hospital on a pilots program. And also, we were talking with Hops Children's Hospital as well, possibly doing this. Okay, so here is our business plan, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Business model, key partners, our awesome team. The investment will be used on milestone 1, milestone 2, milestone 3. This will fund the whole Battle Buddy project. I want to leave you with one question. If you were given the opportunity today to help a child battling cancer, would you? Thank you.
Hi, Nancy. I'm Rafi.
Hello. Excellent presentation.
Thank you so much.
Read your business plan and here you restate it again. It feels like, and you can defend this, it feels like more of a philanthropic mission than a for-profit mission. Use of funds perhaps could get you prepared in terms of app development, et cetera, for philanthropic partnerships. Why not a philanthropy? I'm asking you why a business versus a philanthropy or philanthropic venture?
The funds. So my thought process is to be able to open up the business, and then phase 4 is going to be where I'm going to be donating the bears and stuff like that to different hospitals.
Perhaps if you were a C3 making partnerships with other philanthropic entities, you could position, because the mantra, no child should fight alone, that just resonates. Something to think about.
Thank you.
So when I look at your handout that you sent us, the numbers are different in there than the numbers you put on the board.
Yes.
We really need to know which numbers you want us to go by.
The
when we
ones
do-
that I put up here today, because I had a meeting with a software company, and they gave me the exact cost.
Any way you can provide us those before we deliberate?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's on your handout that we passed out. Yes. You're welcome.
Hi, Laura. This is Ronnie.
Hi.
I have two questions for you.
Okay.
The first one is, what's the point of difference with the Bear? What would prevent a current manufacturer, let's say a toy manufacturer, to come in and take over this? So that's question number one. So what's the point of difference that you bring it in that another toy manufacturers cannot duplicate easily? So that's question number one. Question number two, when you're talking about kids at that age, is there a value to bring in, you know, the psychology of things, to bring a lot more recognition of what the toy provides to the kid that aligns with their, you know, their mental capacity, their ability to process what they're going through? So is there a partnership with some kind of psychology professionals to help you get content, I'm just calling it content for lack of better terms, that resonates with that child and what they're going through? So those are my two questions.
Yeah, I'll answer question number 2 first. So we did a lot of customer segments and things, and so interviews and everything else with different customers, moms, did a lot of interviews with psychological institutions for children, and got to understand of, you know, what is needed, you know, in the Bear. Like, for instance, this would be amazing for autism children, because, you know, they have a lot of, you know, they can't communicate very well, especially their feelings. So with this technology of being able to put the different, you know, for, like, they could be feeling sad one day, or they could be feeling angry, but they can't express that sometimes. So they can take the emoji and put it onto the heart, and then it'll say, you know, it's different things with them. But in phase 4, the Bear will be able to help them navigate through their emotions. And then, you know, there'll be an app where, you know, parents can regulate, you know, oh, you know, my child is feeling, you know, this today. And also what's important is children shut down, you know, during their treatments and stuff like that. And they don't want to talk to adults, especially. So this is something that they can relate to, you know, and be able to, you know, correspond with. And, you know, I think this would be so helpful to children. Not only in cancer, but like I said, autism, and any child, actually.
For your consideration, Romy's question about distinguishing qualities feels like potentially as a nonprofit, you would distinguish yourself in the marketplace that provides a double bottom line impact for partners, not
Okay.
only by contributing to you or investing in you, then they get the write-off as well versus just contracting with another for-profit. Just
Okay.
something to think about.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I would agree with that as well. Great presentation, and what a wonderful mission you have for this.
Thank you.
I think that, yes, I think there's probably a lot of money out there that could support you through being a nonprofit and partnerships with different cancer hospitals for children. I would encourage you to go that route as well.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions?
So where are you on your trial with WVU? Have you determined when that's going to take place?
Whenever the Bears, you know, get, you know, completed, and because we are just, you know, getting ready, we're designing the Bear right now, and then also, you know, once the funding and stuff like that is, you know, given, then we can go ahead and with the software development and everything else, and then get everything started.
So I just have to ask you, have you heard of a toy called Grok by Curio?
Yes.
I bought one, so I just...
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, this is going to be more on the emotional side for children. to help them regulate through their emotions.
It was the AI aspect that
Yes,
interested me.
yes, absolutely. Any other questions?
No child should fight alone is a winner.
Thank you. I agree with that. So I have was in the hospital many times with, seeing different children and stuff, and I've witnessed that, I think this is well.
Alrighty, up next we have Curated Wonder LLC, and on deck we have Fun Fitness Kids Club LLC.
Which one I use? Does it matter which I use? Do I just start or? Oh. Okay. Hi, I'm Taryn. I'm the founder and chief experience curator at Curated Wonder. Our curated experience gifting provides the tools to attract and welcome people to explore a destination, whether it be for tourism, special events, or relocation of talent. Elevate that experience without any of the work. A little bit of background about me. I spent 18 years at Under Armour leading go-to-market, strategy operations, as well as our global expansion team opening new markets around the world, until the end of 22 when I dove into what started here as a passion project. So the inspiration behind Curated Wonder arose during a COVID-induced change of plans, leading to a West Virginia staycation. Now, I'm not from here, so I kind of wondered, is there enough to do for 10 days? But I dove into research, and man, there is so much to do and explore in this wonderful mountain state. So our Family's Country Roads tour caught the attention of others, and they wanted to play along too. My Explore West Virginia kits were born. See, the problem is people are busy. They don't have time to do all the research and all the details, but they absolutely want these type of experiences. The unique idea here is every activity is something that you do, experience, learn, something to create a memory that will have a shared memory so that you can last longer than any one thing that you might purchase. I either create the activities myself or I work with other small businesses and local West Virginia artists to bring those ideas to life. Then I went to go do my first market, and I realized I couldn't just sit at a booth with a whole stack of boxes. So I needed a variety of price points, and I created mini kits. I've gifted each of the examples of each of those to you. Take a look at in Q&A, though. So my first full year of business, $49,000 in sales. This was last year. 6% was online on my website, 12% in pop-up markets. 19% in wholesale, now that's just a back half the year number, and 63% in custom curation. My margins are pretty good, 50 points on the box kits and 65 points on the mini kits. Wholesale, a little bit lower, which would be expected at averaging 44 points. So as I learned this new curation as a service revenue stream that you just saw, I began to explore more. I wanted to talk to those customer segments and learn what the problem was that they were having and how I was solving it differently. I was speaking to recruiters, those in talent acquisition, and what they're really looking for is something unique as a competitive advantage to bring people in their relocation process, as well as something to connect and welcome people when they were moving to that destination. Now, those I spoke to in the special events side, they're really looking something to elevate that experience and do something different for their VIPs, people that are coming in out of town, so that they can leave with a memorable experience. My current clients have ranged in healthcare, as well as universities, athletics, nonprofits, and even children's organizations. So as I was doing all of this customer discovery, I learned in order to scale beyond West Virginia, I wanted to shift from a B2C product collection to a B2B service model. So as I mentioned, at the end of 22, I was really ideating these different types of experiences. 23 was done in customer discovery, and this year is all about transforming that model to a B2B business. By transforming to a B2B business, then I believe that I can scale it and replicate this for other destinations and other industries in order to grow in 25 and beyond. So as I mentioned, the year is about transformation, but I still plan to grow a bit. I'll change the mix a little bit with really focusing on that curation service, maintaining the clients I already have with repeat orders, as well as new clients, a whole year of wholesale, and then the B2C side, I want to shift to online sales and really drive the sales there versus all the pop-up markets. From a margin standpoint, I'm planning to really maintain this year while I transform, but I do see a 1 to 3 point upside with volume increases and other operational efficiencies. So in order to fuel this expansion and growth, I'm here today asking for $40,000. 23 on the B2B business development strategy, marketing, content creation to reach this customer. 15,000 for part-time labor and assembly, packing the orders, and 2,500 in order to protect and trademark Curated Wonder. Thank you for your consideration. Any questions?
Great job.
Thank you.
Very exciting and a great way to promote our wonderful state. I wonder about what you ended on, that trademarking your process. Can you go into that a little more about how you would do that?
Yeah, so the trademarking, I was really going to trademark Curated Wonder as the name, not necessarily the process of it.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I would trademark the logo specifically, because I may want to change it and rebrand that at some point. I even purposely designed the logo with my name at the bottom initially, because my name was unique, but then I wanted to do it that I could remove the name later and can scale beyond and seem larger.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
I echo great job as
Thank you.
well. I'm interested to learn more about your customer acquisition, particularly content marketing, and if you're asking for enough, because it feels like that there's a whole experience online that has to happen to project the value of what Curated Wonder ultimately delivers.
Yeah, so I think that, obviously a lot of things are transitioning online, and I'm trying to figure out the right balance of that. It was funny, I actually thought about doing more of an app version, but I don't know how to do app development, and I decided I needed to go where my skills were. But I really found that people were enjoying something to open or something to really go out and do. So I think there could be an extension at some point where there's an app that is associated to it or something to extend their experience when they're there. And right now it could even connect to other websites and things that are out there with that.
Let me offer this. You are the best spokesperson. I saw your video online during our process, and it seems that you have the kind of gravitas and enthusiasm that could project well beyond in West Virginia and beyond.
I've thought about being a TikToker and all, but I don't even have that yet, hence why I need the help. Yeah, thank you.
Taryn, this is Ronnie. Great job. If you don't mind, I'm going to ask some questions that are related to your finance numbers.
Do you want me to go back a slide? Or?
No, it's okay. Do you know what's the average order value? So if somebody places an order, what they are ordering?
So
dollar-wise, I'm not.
Which part of the so B2B side or online? So online orders are much smaller. Online orders are like $50 as the average because they're usually just buying a handful of the mini kits. But when I'm doing the B2B type of orders, it can range anywhere from 10 to 25,000, 20,000 I should say, that they're buying bigger bulk orders where 400 kits at a time in the box kits.
Okay.
So that's hence why I'm moving towards the B2B side versus the average order. If I'm in a pop-up market, same type of thing as online. I might get a little bit higher in the pop-up market because I'm there talking about it, and like Jonathan just said, I'm there speaking to it. So then it ends up being probably about $75 average when I'm in a pop-up market.
Second iteration of the question is, at $49,000 in revenue, are you profitable?
So this year was break even,
Okay.
really just from all the startup expenses and honestly some learnings,
So-
as far as buying a bunch of inventory and realizing I didn't need all that inventory. But I've tried to keep it really safe as far in the current figuring it out, keep it safe as far as I was really only spending what I was making in order to invest going forward.
Last question I have for you. So now you have a crossroad, right? You get funding, hopefully, that helps you with your finances. And if you don't, let's assume hypothetically, how much leeway do you have in front of you in terms of sales before you become profitable? How much?
So, I mean, I still
ramp
plan to
up?
grow to 75,000 this year in sales with the orders and the custom curation as far as clients that I have right now. So I have a handful of markets that are coming and then that I will still do, and then the custom curation of orders that I know they'll have repeats. So that would still be coming this year regardless, but the idea is that if I can then get more out there and market, because I'm only one person, so if I can add help on for that, then I can get new clients that can build the revenue for the next year.
Thank you.
Do your on your website, I'm just curious if my wife and I wanted to spend $1,000 on a trip in the Highlands in West Virginia, do I choose some different things in your website, or do you prepare that for us?
So I've done both, but it's definitely more profitable if you choose from what's on my website. But I have different, for instance, scavenger hunts for different regional areas, or pepperoni roll challenge, hot dog challenge to go to different places from Huntington to Charleston and taste test different hot dogs. So there are different ones specific for regions. There's boxes for Charleston area, or a box to explore the entire state. So there's ones that are sort of out of the box. But then I have done some custom curation where people have reached out and then I charge them a curation fee and then create a box that maybe fits their needs and their audience, or if they wanted multiple for their whole family, things like that.
Back to you
Okay.
and the product.
Yeah.
It feels like that in order to be successful, you have to infuse enthusiasm and passion into the marketing. Feels like you're the best person to do that.
Yeah.
And I'll encourage you to think more about what you actually need to build out that capacity to project to the world that passion that you project to
Okay.
us.
Thank you.
Hey, Taryn, last question.
Yeah.
Of the $49,000 that you sold, how many of them came from repeat customers?
Let's see, the university.
Just percentages.
B2C
Just-
side, none.
Just throw a percentage, 5%, 10%, 20%? More,
10%.
50, 10? Okay, thank you.
And remember that back half of the year, the custom curation and all of that really started in April and May. So that actually just came out of people talking to me at a market saying, oh, I have another use case for this other than, could I use this for an event that I have, or could I use this? And I was like, sure, let's talk. So those kind of, that idea didn't even come out until later in the year.
Does that open the door for you for like seasonality in terms of your business and how it align with people's activities?
So I believe it does. So I actually thought I would get a seasonality with holiday and didn't necessarily. I got a little bit, obviously, with people just gifting on the B2C. But I am realizing from the hospital side, because I mentioned the healthcare, certainly there's cycles that I can predict. Thank you.
All right, up next we have Fun Fitness Kids Club, LLC, and on deck we have Mal's Fresh Produce.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know where the slides are. How do you go to the next one. Okay, so by a quick show of hands, who here loves West Virginia? Oh, that is awesome. That is great. Well, we love West Virginia too, and we are proud West Virginians. But one thing we are not proud of is that West Virginia is the most obese state in the United States. 1 in 3 children in our state are either overweight or obese, and West Virginia leads the nation in obesity for youth ages 10 to 17. I am Tracy Phillips, that's Justin Phillips, and we are with Fun Fitness Kids Club. We are West Virginia's first mobile soft play business. We bring the fun for babies, toddlers, kids, teens, and in-betweens, all with a mission to help curb the obesity rate here in West Virginia. So we do this in 3 ways. 1, with our mobile soft play rental company that we bring the fun for toddlers and kids. 2, with our obstacle course challenge that we bring into schools, after school programs, daycares, camps, and etc., where we run it with the kids and we also give them back money and prizes for having fun with fitness. And number 3, we are West Virginia's only Fun Fitness bus. We have a 77-passenger school bus that